your word. That somebody might be encouraged this day. And we give you glory, honor, and praise. Amen. God bless you. Come on, clap your hands once again. Amen. Amen. Thank you, Jesus. Hallelujah. Falling in love with Jesus. Falling in love with Jesus. Falling, is the best thing. Falling in love. Come on, let me hear you, church. With Jesus. Oh, no. Falling in love. With Jesus. Falling in love. Jesus is the best thing. The best thing. In his arms, in his arms, in his arms, I feel protected. I feel in his arms, never disconnected, never disconnected. In his arms, I feel close. There's no place I'd rather rest. Now one more time, saints, can you just raise your voice and say, falling in love. Oh, with Jesus, falling in love. Oh, with Jesus, falling in love. With Jesus, there is no place. Just one more time. Just one more time. Oh, falling in love. All right. Falling in love with Jesus. All right. Jesus. Falling in love. Falling in love. All right. Yes, sir. Jesus. Falling in Woo. Come on. Yes. It's the best thing I know. Just one more time now. It's the best thing I ever done. Oh, bless God, bless God. Hallelujah. Philippians, the Lord dropped this in my spirit on Friday afternoon, and I'm going to preach a series for the summer called The Stewardship of Life. That is, how do we make the best out of our lives? Philippians 1:6 is a text I want to lift up today for your consideration. And if you will do me the honors of standing, I would be greatly appreciative of it. Reverend Blanche, Reverend Johnson, Minister Singleton, Joe, Brother Kenny, Elder Simeon, Deacons, Lottie Dottie, everybody. Philippians, Lord have mercy. And if you don't talk back to me, I'll get out of this in good 15 maybe. Chapter 1. Chapter 1. Praise God. Amen. Being confident, verse 6, of this very thing, that he who has begun the good work in you will perform it or complete it to the day of Jesus Christ. You may be seated. Y'all pray for me and with me. I want to talk just for a little bit around the theme, God will finish the job. God will finish the job. Let me, for those who have your phones, you can go ahead and check in on your Facebook page. Go ahead and check in. Check in. Let me, by way of introduction, Nene, I need to make a huge confession to the church. I have a struggle in my own personal life. It's something that is quite debilitating and disheartening. It is a problem that I have struggled with from my very youth. There are moments that it shows up and causes me to feel dreadful and frightful. There is nothing more disturbing than what I'm about to tell you right now. My confession just might liberate me today, I hope, and give me from my weaknesses. Can I tell you what? And y'all promise, please promise you ain't gonna tell nobody. Oh, you're about to tell Facebook, I told y'all this time. Facebook's about to get this. I struggle, Tosh, with starting a project and not always having the capability of finishing it. Kia, this has impacted my academic and sometimes my work as a pastor. There will be times when I begin something in haste and in excitement. I have zeal, I have exuberance. I feel like I can take on the world. Sister Humphrey, I feel like I can conquer just about anything. But just as I get midway, Brother Chairman, as I get midway in the project, something gets, Brother Terrence, in my way that seeks to throw me off my square. I need to know, is there anybody that struggles with that just like I do? That there's some moments that we start projects, we start tasks, and have no ability to. Can y'all pray for me about that? Because brothers and sisters, that's a real big struggle. That's something, Delilah, I am struggling with. And even to this day, I face a mammoth of tasks and things that I gotta do this weekend. It just got some more stuff added to my plate, and I'm just looking at this task list and want to say, what in the name of God have I gotten myself into? But I just come to announce to the church today, if y'all don't mind, let me give you some good news, that unlike me and some of you, we serve a God that has the capacity to complete anything that he has started in us. I should have had a happier church than that. Can I get a witness in here? In fact, let me see if I can call up a witness. Let's go back to Calvary. That when Jesus died on the cross, listen, he didn't have to go back 2, 3, 4, 5 times, but all it took was a one-time sacrifice. I wish I had a church in here. Is there anybody in the People's Baptist Church this morning that can testify that you serve a complete God who does a complete work? He does it right the first time. Oh, can I get a church in here? Anybody can get happy right along through here that we serve a God that won't start nothing and leave you in the midst of your mess. I'm so glad. Oh, I wish I could preach this like I feel. Anybody can testify, Sister Mary, that God will not start a project, put you in something, and leave you to fend for yourself. And I'm talking to somebody right now that's in the midst of a dilemma. You're in the midst of an issue. You are in the midst of a problematic reality, and you're wondering, how am I going to get out of this? But I just come by to serve notice on the Church of the Living God today that the same God that brought you to it is the same God that's going to bring you through it. Oh God, oh, I wish I could preach like I feel. Can I get a hallelujah Jesus church that can thank God today that God will do a complete work? Look at somebody right next to you and tell them God's going to do a complete work. God, he's going to do the job the right time. I'm so glad that you know, when you know, sometimes, Sister Lorraine, when you get certain dang things done to your home, when you get certain things done to a roof, sometimes, matter of fact, let me just go back 4 years ago. The church, we got a new roof, and supposedly we paid some good money for it, but the person, the jackleg that did it, didn't do a good job, and so consequently we had leaks over here, leaks over there. We had to find, oh God, I wish I could preach this. We had to find somebody that could find the source of the leakage and stop it and put new drainage in. But I'm so glad that we serve a God that, unlike people who are unprofessional, sometimes our own people, I'm so glad that we serve a God that when he sees a problem, when he sees an issue, Joe, God has the ability to step in the midst. I don't know what you're in right now. I don't know what you're dealing with right now, but the Holy Ghost just told me to tell somebody God's going to complete the work. Whatever you're in, you're not in it alone. Can I preach like I feel? Can I speak to somebody right through here? You ain't in this alone. And in fact, this, your struggle and your issue has an expiration date. Can I get a witness in here? Let me just say it like I feel. Weeping may endure. Oh, I wish I had a church for just a night. But there's an expiration on that, because at the end of that, joy, oh my God, comes in the morning. Then the church shout hallelujah. Just throw your head back and say, joy comes in the morning. I wish I had the old church. I wish the old sanctified mothers who knew how to just shake their head and just knew how to shake it with attitude. Joy comes in the morning. Clap your hands and tell God thank you. God will complete the job. This is the contextual conversation of our text today, brothers and sisters. Paul is writing to the church at Philippi. This was not a perfect church, nor was it the best church. These people had struggled, but however, there was something unique about this church. They had a unique desire to serve Jesus Christ and to support their pastor. And brothers and sisters, listen, what makes the church what it is not that we have ministries or things going on, that we have people who are devoted not to just coming to church, but people who are devoted to ministry. ministry. Can I get a witness in here? Let me phrase that one more time. I said, listen, the true essence of a church that is founded by Jesus Christ is a church that is focused heavenly on ministry, not just coming to church. You see, people come to church, have church, and leave church. But we need folk that's going to not just come to church, have church, but we need some folk that are going to be the church. When you leave here Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, that you don't walk past people, that you're going to sit there and you're going to go to the people, your neighbor, you're going to go to the homeless, you're going to go to the broken and say that, listen, you can make it. Can I get a witness in here? This letter, brothers and sisters, is composed of a twofold purpose. It is designed to reflect on the service of Epaphroditus. Somebody shout Epaphroditus. Who had brought a support gift to Paul from the church, but who had became ill. Paul wants them to be aware that his illness only served to advance the witness of the gospel. As a result, he had a desire to share why he was sent. Why Paul had a desire to share why he sent Epaphroditus back. In addition, Paul wants to thank the church for their love gift toward his work. His letter, rightly surmised, is a letter of rejoicing. Paul begins by giving his usual thanksgiving. He gives thanks to God for every recollection of them. Verse 3, he says, every time I think about you, I give thanks. And brothers and sisters, can I echo the sentiments of Paul? That every time I think about the People's Baptist Church, I give thanks to God. Can I get a witness in here? Not because anybody is perfect, but because we are a Jesus. No, we're not where we want to be, but thank God we're not where I get a church in here. Is there anybody in here that can look back over the last 4 years and can testify we ain't where we used to be? Listen, the stuff we used to have, we don't have no more. God has taken us to higher heights and deeper depths. Listen, now that doesn't mean we don't have our issues, because Philippi had some issues. Just go to chapter 3. But let me tell you something. Jesus works beyond your issues. There is no issue bigger than the power of God. Let the church shout hallelujah. And so, brothers and sisters, he says, I give thanks to God upon every recollection of you. It is apparent that the church had a unique relationship with their pastor. So much so that they had the heart. They had Paul had them in his heart. The Bible makes clear that the very thought of the church brings Paul a sense of joy. He prays for them. Now, brothers and sisters, just as I prayed for you, you prayed for me. Can I get a witness in here? We ought to be strengthened by the prayer of each other. Can I get a witness in here? Anybody can testify that the prayers of the righteous avail much, that we made it for years. Not because, listen, not saying that we have not had our issues, and not saying we have not had our disagreements, but we have not allowed those things because of prayer. Prayer has kept us together. Look at your neighbor and say, pray for me. The very thought, Paul says pray. He prays for the church, their well-being. He says the reason why, verse 5, he prays for them because of their partnership in the gospel from the first day up until now. And then Paul gives us this wonderful verse. He says in verse 6, be ye confident, not in you, but in him, that he, Jesus, who has begun the good work. Now, that good work speaks of salvation. That the same God that saved you is the same God that has the capability of keeping you. Oh God, I need a church right through here that can get hallelujah happy, that can testify I'm kept by the power of God. I've been saved all these years, not because I haven't had any issues, not because I didn't want to cuss nobody out, because the reality is people have made me want to lay them out. Can I get a church in here? Y'all can act like y'all saved all y'all here, but I need some real saints in the church that can say, if it wasn't for the grace of God, somebody would have gotten my right feet or my right fist of fellowship. But I wish I had a church in here. Listen, I would have balled some folks out with would have choked their tongue out, would have broke their arms off with them and beat them with it. I ain't violent, Joe. I ain't violent. I'm just telling it like it is. There's some folk that'll push you to, come on, can I just say it like I feel? Don't push me because I'm close to the edge. I'm trying not to lose my head. Like it's like a jungle sometimes, and makes you wonder how I keep from going out there. Lord have mercy. That's what it's like, brother. And sometimes, Sister Humphrey, let's just be real. Sometimes people in the church with their nasty attitudes will push your button and make you want to cuss them from A to Z. 1, 2, can I get a witness, Sister Ruth? God, can I get a church in here? Some folk will push the button. But for some reason like this, that God who's begun the good work, because if I began the good work, I would have gave up a long time ago. If I saved myself, I would have gave up, Brother Terrence, a long time ago. Listen, Deacon Bishop, if it was left up to me, listen, I would have given up and would have thrown in the towel long time ago. But he that's begun the good work shall bring it to completion at the day of Jesus Christ. That is at the consummation when the Lord returns. I don't know when Jesus coming back. I hope it ain't no time soon. But whenever he comes back, I do know that it does not yet appear what we shall be. But when he appears, we shall be like him. But we shall see him as he is. Let me now argue my message and hurry up because I only got 14 minutes, 43 seconds. It is easy, brothers and sisters, to start a project in life and have a zeal for a couple of weeks. Unfortunately, keeping up on a task can be quite challenging, especially as one considers the distractions that emerge. Nothing can be more unsatisfactory than the knowledge that something has been left undone. There is someone who is feeling the strain and the fatigue of trying to make life better, but unable to keep on track. There are others who feel overwhelmed because you are trying to play catch up on your bills and things keep falling behind. Still others just feel like giving up because they do not see a light at the end of the tunnel. We keep fighting and trying just to stick with the assignment, but we get distracted. We hear that God will finish what God starts. How does this help us when we are seemingly behind in life? How does the promise, I know you want to know the answer because I want to know the answer. How does the promise that God will finish what God starts help me when I'm falling behind in life? How does this help me when my life is turned upside down? I'm glad you asked. Let me give you the point. Let the church shout hallelujah. Hallelujah. The promise that God will finish what God starts should encourage us, watch this, to stick to our assignment. Oh, I ain't getting no amens right there. I just made a good preaching point right there. I stayed up all night wrestling with that point. I ain't stayed up all night, but I wrestled with that point. Come on, and y'all ain't even say amen. Let me say that one. Can I shoot at you one more time? Let me say it one more time. I said that the promise of the Simeon that God will complete what God started encourages us to stick with our assignment. Thank you. That's what I was looking for. Now, brothers and sisters, as the fourth mentioned, it is easy to become disgruntled and disturbed in thinking that there are some things that have not yet been accomplished. This may have come by reason of some distraction that has taken place and taken us off square. Sometimes people will take us off square. Do you not know there's some people that are designed in your life as distractions? Oh God, I need a witness in here. Sometimes when you're on purpose, when you're moving with God, and when you're doing what God says, sometimes you will have people who come in your life not as a blessing, but as a oh God. Oh Jesus, and you better be careful about the people that you allow in your life and in your circle, because if they're not helping you, pushing you towards your assignment, then they're the ones you need to cut out of your life. Can I get a church in here? I'm determined I am 31 going on 32 years of age, and I ain't got time to be messing around with people who ain't going nowhere. Oh God, wish I could talk here. Come on, and somebody needs to have that same mentality. I ain't got the time. Just look at your neighbor and say, I ain't got the time. Come on, just say it with a little bit of attitude. Some of you sisters, y'all know how to swing your head. Just look at them and say, I ain't got the time. Yeah, I ain't got the time. Listen, I ain't got the time. These people, and watch this, sometimes people become discouraged because they feel that, watch this, when they feel like they've been taken off course, they feel like I will never be able to catch up, and that then they feel like all hope is lost. There are others who are just giving up, trying to just be like Jesus, because there's always something that keeps them from doing what they need to do. Could these feelings be provoked from a false sense that accomplishments should come with a note of easiness? Some of us feel, brothers and sisters, that if God puts us on assignment, that the assignment should be easy. But God never puts you on an assignment and the devil not follow. Oh God, you know you are anointed. You know that something is your gifting and calling, because here you go, up come the devil. Have you ever been in a place, in a posture, you're just trying to do right for God, and something just gets in your way? People are always getting up, and people always got something to say. Somebody's always got something. Listen, you ought to tell that devil to shut up. Can I get a witness in here? Get behind me, Satan. You are a stumbling block. I need a witness in here that can testify. I will not let people, the rest of this year, I got 6 more months to finish what God promised me for this year. And when God finished, oh God, I'm not going to let anybody in these next 6 months detour me, push me to the side, tell me what I can't do. I can do all things through Christ which strengthens me. I need a church. Oh, I need to close this thing. I need to get out of this. I need to get out of this, sister. But Sister Pat, that's my determination. 6 months. Listen, you got to get that place. Listen, you got to stop letting people take you off your square. Stop letting people get you disturbed. Oh God, stop letting people cause you to become fearful. God has not given us the spirit of fear, but power, love, and a sound mind. I'm preaching to myself right now. Can I talk to myself, y'all? I talk to myself anyway. Can I talk to myself today? Come on, Eric. You can't let everybody, you can't let people who may not see where you're going, oh God, distract you. You see, everybody can't see what you see. And it ain't for alcohol. It ain't for everybody to see what you see. And as long as you see it, walk by faith and not by sight. You ain't got to see it. In fact, you ain't got to like it. Just go with the flow. I'm talking about people who come in your life and people who come connecting to you, and they say, you can't do that. You're too short for that. You can't do that. People who try to hinder you. People with what's that word? People with this mentality, this crab barrel mentality. They keep you or grasshopper. That's the one I want. Grasshopper mentality. They magnify every problem, and it really ain't that deep. Can I get a witness in here? Be careful about people who are always magnifying something that really ain't that deep, because what they will do, they will magnify the issue, and before you know it, you're thinking just like they do. But you gotta let folk know that it's not by might nor by power, but by God's Spirit, saith the Lord. One more thing, there are others who just cannot comprehend that they are saved yet undone. They have issues and mess ups that they must deal with. There are others who become lazy and feel no need to continue. There are people who become lazy. and shame on anybody who becomes lazy when it comes down to your assignment. For shame, I'm going to say it again. Shame, I got to get out of this. But shame on anybody who becomes lazy in their assignment. If God called you to something, it's your responsibility to move further in the power of God. So Paul says, hence today the text challenges us to remain with our task. What is it that God has placed on your heart? What dreams have been given to you to bring to reality? Please know that trouble will come as a means of distraction. It is designed to move you off the mark. Nevertheless, one must never be moved by the stuff and that one faces. To the contrary, you must keep on keeping on. Look at somebody and say, you got to keep on keeping on, because you know that God will show up and show out. Can I get a witness in here? That's all I got for you today. I'm out to be quit here. Is there anybody that can testify that if you just keep on keeping on and say, I'm pressing on the upward way, I ain't gonna preach too hard, but new heights I'm gaining every day, still praying as I onward bound, plant my feet on higher ground. Can the church shout yes? Can the church shout yes? Can you shout yes? Yes, brothers and sisters, we're about to go here, but I got good news, and that is this. I told you earlier that the same God that starts the work, Nikia, I see in the back, is the same God that will stay present with you. And that's why the hymnologist said, I've seen the lightning flashing. I heard the thunder roar. I felt sin breakers dashing, trying to conquer my soul. But I heard the voice of Jesus telling me to fight on. He promised never to leave me, never to leave me alone. Can you get up on your feet for me and say, neighbor, God will be with you. Just keep on keeping on, because God will. Can you shout, God will? God will. He'll show up, and God will. He'll show out. Yes, he will. Yes, he will. How do you know, preacher? Because one day Jesus died. Can you give me one more note?
obey God's will and open the doors of the church.
Amen.
Pastor preached out of the depths of his heart this
Yes,
morning.
Lord. Lord Jesus.
If you started something, finish it. Don't leave it halfway in. Finish it. So as the choir sings, and we open the doors of the church, don't look to the left. Don't look to the right. You can come by letter, Christian experience, candidate for baptism, March care, and rededication. If you just want to rededicate your life to Jesus, you can come at this time.
I would be something.
Would be nothing,
Nothing.
nothing,
Nothing.
nothing.
I shall
All of us have been nothing.
be
Is there a come on, let's sing it like we do. Anybody do nothing like me?
To be kept long.
My Jesus.
Oh, that's the feet. I know I can fall. Yes, sir.
Is there one? Would be
I would be nothing. Thou shalt be mine.
I feel this in my spirit today. Come on, let's sing it. Somebody wants to come this morning. Lord,
To be kept, Lord.
my Jesus.
My Jesus. All at thy feet. Yes, Lord. All at thy feet. I know I can fall. I would be nothing. I would be nothing. Nothing. That shall be mine. My God.
Is there one? This is the last call. Is there one? Somebody is out there this morning that wants to come. You've been hesitant about coming, but you got to finish. You got to come to the finish line.
To be kept.
What about Jesus?
My Jesus.
We're getting ready to close.
Lord, at
You've
thy
been
feet.
struggling with it, struggling with it.
Lord, at thy feet. I know I can fall.
Let's sing this part together.
I would be nothing. Glory.
Sing it like you know. Let's stand for our worship by giving. We're trying to move along in this service this morning. Our worship by giving, Minister Nafis is going to do that.
Worship by giving time.
I do that like toward the end when I pray for them to join me.
It's worship by giving time.
Praise the Lord.
All right, it's tithing and giving time.
Praise the Lord.
To whom does the tithe belong
The
to?
time belongs to the Lord. The seed of the land or the fruit of the tree is the